definitely the two eUnited players going down right away as well, and so it's going to come down to collect the sniper rifle to open up the chance for his team to try to get this overshield and transition that into ball coverage.
I think he may have sniped his teammate actually on accident.
I'm not sure what just happened there, but eUnited have the ball on one side of the map, their spawns are on the other. Collect is hunting kills on these spawners. Meanwhile, eUnited are just accruing time, just uncontested at the moment, it looks like. Sparty rotating this to back tower. Collect, even with camo snipe, is just not able to do anything right now.
Really struggling to do anything with it. Can he hit a shot? Yes, he can. He cans the kill as well. The newcomer to the roster. Can he make an impact here? Does decide to leave the ball. Can he find the second? He does find the second with that sniper rifle, and that's going to be momentarily 3 down. They decide to rotate it towards B side. I think they identified that Sparty was still alive on C, and as Sparty does, he dips, dodges, dives, and weaves with his strafe and gets that kill onto Collector. A good start from both of these teams. They're looking for SSG to try and tie up the game. Ace is just milking time. Tylenol was able to keep him alive even longer, and subsequently it's put him back to a 1-point lead for eUnited. Exactly what you want out of them, but Sparty straight on the ball respawn. He's going to take it back towards that tower area.
You see both these teams so far preferring to go in the direction of the tower. I'd like to see them be a little bit more dynamic in their decision making on where to take the ball. It looks like they're just defaulting to this tower without really looking at where their teammates are, where their teammates are spawning when they're grabbing the ball and running.
Yeah, it could be any which way right now, but only a 2-point lead for eUnited, and they're looking to grow it as they do get the initial pick on to Rami. Collect has found himself the camo. He's going to be trying to make a bit of an impact play here to open up space. Deciding to leave Sparty as he pushed towards that pillars. RyaNoob's going to drop towards that back tower, probably predicting the push out the camo coming out from that side. His Collect does actually eventually take down RyaNoob, but RyaNoob as always perfectly placed in to position himself to play that ball. Rami versus Rain momentarily. Rami's starting to back up, but he's going to be put on a hell of a lot of pressure. He's going to fall for his efforts. However, in that meantime, throughout that whole interaction, SSG has found themselves with the ball and gotten away with it. We're looking for a setup, but they're going to have to get these 2 kills first. A great pick coming out from Nick. He's going to find himself with the ball and actually just try and rotate it towards his teammates. Actually, he's just going to play in this corner and beautifully milk some time. Great position to play it, and a great position to actually hold on to it, but decides actually to jump at the wrong moment. And that ball not yet played for eUnited.
And I think that's going to work extremely in SpaceStation's favor here as they're able to get these slays. eUnited not getting the ball played is huge, and I really hope to see SpaceStation rotate this ball all the way to A as they've got this push coming through.
Want to see if they can do so. Sparty just checking that back tower and finds himself a cheeky little sniper. We know what he's been able to do throughout the history of Halo. Looking whether he can hit some headshots again. A beautiful double kill coming out from Rain with some Krispy Kreme shot with the BR. He gets the stick onto Ace as well. Rain doing so much work and so much damage where it need be. The camo is going to be coming up. It is RyaNoob who's going to eventually find it and pop it, but great camo eyes from Collect is going to shut him down. Tylenol finds himself the sniper, puts a body in, and decides to leave that kill and actually go for the ball. He did have both Heatwave and Sniper, so wasn't in a position really to finish it off with a headshot, but regardless, a good job from him to get the ball away from eUnited's claws.
And unfortunately for him, with him being cleaned up, that means his weapons are not on the map. They're not exerting pressure. eUnited are able to push back and start taking on more space on this map. But SpaceStation do end up cleaning up the people pushing through bottom middle, and they've got this ball retreated back to tower once again. Rami is in a huge position. I think he's about to be cleaned up, though. He needs to stay alive and get away to nest if possible, or we'll just see SpaceStation go ahead and throw the ball as the push is coming through top middle.
Good job from SpaceStation, identifying the dangers and playing the ball, but they're going to have to do a bit better than that, as all of them do fall, and there's a free setup for eUnited coming forth. Tylenol trying to push out RyaNoob here, slice straight forward. Some great shots from RyaNoob to keep alive and actually take down Tylenol, as the advantage was in favour of the player from SSG. So great play from Ace to boop RyaNoob straight up into the air. Does get the kill onto him, as well as getting the kill onto Sparty. The ball still ticking up points over towards this back tower in the hands of Nick. He has noticed that his team has gone down, so he's going to decide to play the ball and play himself. Usually not something that I completely agree with. You want to try and put some damage down and stay alive, but it may be necessary for that situation.
He is exercising the RyaNoob tactical suicide in order to get a better spawn, clearly.
May well do so. As now Ace has found himself with that ball over towards the tower side. Rami trying to put some shots over in that mid as the push. He's going to come over from B.
Once again, SSG doesn't have anybody on Nest while they're trying to set up these tower holds. They need to make sure they keep a buffer on that side of the map, or else these pushes are just going to keep coming through. And this time they've managed to get the Slays to stop the hold, or stop the push for now. But once again, they've spawned back at green. eUnited coming through on the push from Nest. SpaceStation making the smart decision to rotate the ball away instead of continuing to just hold tower in this situation.
Very strong decision from them, and it's Ace, the veteran, doing exactly that, and that's going to give SpaceStation the lead here, taking it up, looking to close out this round number 1 of game number 3. Good win from Collect onto RyaNoob, going to buy some more space over towards his tower side, and the clock is ticking. Sparty tries to make the desperate play, taking down Ace, but Rami's going to be right there to pick up the ball and close out round number 1. Going in favour of SSG. This is a best of 3 series, remember, guys, so it's the amount of time here. Whoever takes this series, whoever takes this game is going to close it out. SSG, though, a round away from causing the upset over eUnited. Have they got what it takes in their tank? Main with the heat wave now creeping bottom mid. Gets one on to Collect, but Tylenol's going to be there to pick the pieces up. A great body shot as well on his way out. Just dipsying out of there. Camera's going to be up in just a moment. It's going to be popped now, looking for one of the players to pick it up. Sparty tried to go for it, but Collect's going to be wise to that push, as Nick's going to be keeping a watchful eagle eye over the camera with that sniper rifle, unable to find anybody, and the camera's going to fall in favor of SSG. All still now being held by the side of eUnited towards, the bottom nest area. Is RyaNoob just collecting all these points and milking time as his teammates slay around him. They're doing a very good job, so there's an unorthodox position to hold it. Rami's going to be the player to break the setup, getting a double kill to his name. And that's going to be 3 down, though, for SpaceStation. In the meantime, it's going to be, however, still despite going 3 down, SpaceStation able to find themselves the ball, but Sparty with a lovely flank is going to take and break that setup before it even starts, Audley.
And that is, yet again, I was mentioning earlier, people were just grabbing the ball and running in a direction without really much consideration to it. The SSG player there grabbed the ball and ran away from where his team was, so eUnited just spawned on A and cut him off.
United being rewarded with a bit of a missed decision coming out from the side of SpaceStation. However, once again, it's Tylenol last alive. Starting just to play the ball towards top mid. Rami was able to get a trade stick out before he went down, but it's all 4 dead momentarily for SSG, with the camo popping in 3 seconds and ticking. Nick going to work with Rain to try and get this. Collects the only player from SSG to be around there. Ace is actually going to pop his ugly head to help out, and Collect may well be rewarded with this camo and may well open things up, but the ball way over towards B.
And I'm kind of questioning why eUnited took the ball toward B in this situation. They knew camo was coming up. They positioned 3 of their players to go fight for the camo. Meanwhile, the ball is by itself at B, so they lose camo, they lose the ball because they're fighting on 2 different fronts, and they're not even a clean fight on either front. And so it turns into just more ball time for SSG, although SSG do end up getting broken already, and now they're rotating the ball straight toward their teammates. They need to focus on following oddball rule number 1 that I mentioned earlier. As you see 4 players pushing in from eUnited, this is a perfect time to rotate the ball through this open field.
And they're doing exactly that. Following rule number 1 to a T right now. and Rami's going to be with that. He's going to take it to the top tower and just be eUnited chasing tails almost. Rami is going to fall though. And a nice place nade on one of the United players. Sparty's going to whip out their pink needles of death. And as that happens, RyaNoob found his way towards back tower and found his way to the ball control. And he held it for the extended period of time needed. Stays our favour in the side of eUnited as Nick finds that opening pick onto Tylenol, but the collapse is coming forward. Ace trying to make his way up. He finds himself a kill onto the ball player and somehow finds himself the play. Did he kick that ball? Because it really seemed to fly into the air. And with that play, it's forced the ball to reset, but eventually Nick's going to come away with it and look for a B setup.
I think he was trying to actually grab that ball and keep it from resetting, but he died to a grenade and the ball ends up going up into the air and over the edge instead. I think that was not the play he was trying to make.
Could it suffer? Could it cause them to suffer? Only time will tell, but Sparty has found himself the camo. Lethal man with it indeed. Are you guys going to be there for Tylenol? I think he maybe have sniffed something fishy up. But Nick's going to get their early pick onto Collect right now. Rami's going to trade it out. Smart play from Sparty just to kind of rotate even further. He's going to get one pick onto Tylenol, looking for the second onto Ace, but utilizing the camo very, very well to get into that back line and be infiltrating the push coming out from SpaceStation before it even gets going. Kills are starting to go in favor of eUnited though.
Excellent decision making out of Sparty to not even bother shooting Ace. Saw Tylenol was flying in half shield, so he got the kill on Tylenol before he backed completely up, knowing he wasn't going to have enough shields to be able to fight Ace straight up one-on-one afterward. But still, SSG winning in the fight overall as they took Sparty out of the equation by just backing him up further down the rat total.
Exactly so. Rule 1 is being followed as well, oddly. The rotations are coming out, maybe a little bit far as they find themselves all the way on B. And in the meantime, it's going to give eUnited the opportunity to collapse all the way onto him. But he does get that ball play, which is pivotal. The gap is starting to shrink between SSG and eUnited right now. But eUnited have found themselves with the ball. I don't think Nick really knows where he wants to go with it. He does drop it off to Sparty, who's actually going to go down to Rami. He does some nice shots. But the trades, the kills falling in favour of eUnited is going to give another B setup for the EU squad. It's going to be Rain with the point stacking in his favour.
We're just seeing teams go back to B over and over this round rather than C with the last round. We're seeing them constantly grab the ball, run to B, play the ball as soon as their teammates die, and rinse, repeat. But now I think we're seeing SSG take the ball over to the tower.
You haven't seen too much sniper play so far. RyaNoob going to hopefully answer my prayers with a nice couple of shots of his name. He does get the initial pick onto Tylenol with Nick. He's also going to find one to Rami. The ball is again played by Collector. He actually gets turned on, but there was no shield, so not really official turn on, but still death does fall in his name, and that's given United another setup towards this tower. RyaNoob with a nice initial headshot on to Rami, gets the second. Can he find the third? Yes, he can. You know he's looking for
Drop
Ace,
the ball,
but Ace is just going to be no criminal. That's rule 2, isn't it? Of oddball. If your teammate's about
that's
to
rule
clip,
1
you
of
drop the ball.
Halo in general. You don't end the round when your teammate has a chance to get an overkill.
Criminal plays happening from his teammates, but it has tied up this game number 3. Whoever takes this round will take the series. The opponent will fall into the lower bracket. SSG, though, I think, you know, we following the storyline of this squad, who's obviously got this recent pickups of Collect and Rami. They're doing an incredible job, Aldi. I think they're, you know, really filling out this team where need be.
And I definitely agree. Collect has been doing great work all game long. Rami showing excellent decision making as he's the one that's been rotating these balls to make sure they're just constantly following rule number 1. But right now, they're struggling to really get eUnited off their game plan right now. So eUnited are definitely favoring this just constantly going back tower play.
They really are, but it is Collect, one of the new guns, able to stay alive, back B long enough to break the setup of eUnited, and he's looking to maybe rotate the ball towards his teammates who came off spawn back tower. So he drops the ball off and has himself a sniper trying to get the picks off over towards those A sandbags area. He sees Sparty hits a nice flick body shot, no scope onto him, but nobody there to pick it up, clean him up. But he's actually going to fall subsequently. Rami's going to find one, and Tyler's going to find one as well. But Nick going to be there for the trade, and the play ball is going to come off towards that back B area. Ace on a one-on-one with RyaNoob. RyaNoob's going to come away with that, and RyaNoob's going to immediately rotate back towards the A side for that setup. However, don't think he's fully aware of where the spawns are coming out.
Huge one-on-two fight for RyaNoob there to open it up, and he was very aware there was a possibility they were spawning green. He played it slow. Rami did indeed spawn green, and he waited on his teammates to be able to get toward him before he made any sort of movement or commitment to a direction.
Well played indeed. Rain with another huge double kill for this eUnited roster. Something they can all do is come in clutch with the kills and the objective so effectively. Camo is going to pop soon. United have got the lead right now. Collect once again working to work with that camo. Rami this time coming out from bottom mid from the scoreboard tunnel to get that clean up, and Collect's going to find himself away with that camo. 3 do go down for United. The ball was played. Collect picking up the ball with the camo. It's an interesting play, almost costing his life as nades and players come in from behind him. He's going to decide to just jump over. A great play from him. He's actually going to get the kill, rewarded with the kill on to Nick. He has got the camera. He's going to be surrounded though as his teammates were falling all around him. Decides to peek out the wrong moment. So I think United were probably aware that something was a little bit fishy.
I think they had found him with those grenades. He took a little bit of chip damage from one of them. You get the Spartan chatter, I hit one with the grenade. And then you just know that things are coming to an end for you shortly. So he decided to hard challenge, try to get what damage he could. I like the decision from him, even though he did cost his life to do so.
Good job nonetheless. Tano found himself with the snipe. Ace was attempting to rotate the ball towards A. Grammy's also going to go down to momentarily. It's just going to be Tano and Collect here. They just try and slow down the push coming out from eUnited as the ball is sat in this open field area. Slay's now really favouring this eUnited squad as SSG goes down once again. They have got control of the ball and they've got it into that A side.
Sparty didn't see Rami. Rami is able to make a sneaky play, but doesn't get the kill on Sparty as Sparty runs away.
Sparty's just too quick. Dips his away. Now he's going to come back and actually re-challenge Rami and gets that kill. Collecto doing a really good job of staying alive towards B. He's actually going to work beautifully with Ace. He's going to break that set to, 2v4 effectively. And that's going to give the control over towards the SpaceStation side, towards that back B. And the snipe in favor of Collect. Can he hit any headshots? Nick, on the other hand, has found himself with a heatwave camo. Deadly combo nonetheless, and he's looking to creep around this garage door because the rest of eUnited kind of slowly just waiting their time here. Nick does force the play to come out, but he's going to immediately go down without any kills. A brilliant job from Ace and Collect to work together to mitigate that camo effectively. We can immediately see them waiting on for that ball, trying to identify where the spawners have come out, and Collect really starting to wake up here. Do a good job of reading the game absolutely clinically.
Love the play from Collect to try to flush out players by throwing a grenade through the hole in the bottom of through top middle, and then just rotating out around behind him to try to watch the oddball. This team does end up with the oddball at the end of all of that push. Not sure what happened to Rain, who was in the rat tunnel. He probably got cleaned up by either Rami or Ace there. I didn't see the kill feed. But we see him just kind of rotating into open space on the map. This is not following rule number 1, I would like to highlight. He's just rotating right into Rain, saying, hey, I brought you a toy.
Exactly that, and eUnited now entering the latter stage. You can see some little bit of, light fancy footwork around that pole. The play does come out. Essentially, you will have the man advantage, but RyaNoob in a perfect place to slow the pickup down. He also gets a kill. RyaNoob playing that perfectly, being last player alive. Subsequently, though, he's going to get collapsed on both ends of the tunnel. And now we're going to have Rain caught here, trying to work with Nick to push it out. He's going to get shot in the side momentarily as Ace falls to Sparty. Nick's going to be the one picking up the ball and looking to maybe try and take it towards A. Final collect, working well, getting kills of their own, and that's going to be a 4 fresh dead for the side of eUnited. Can SpaceStation claw this back to 65 points and climbing to United 76? This is definitely doable. This is coming down to the absolute wire in this game. Who is, though, as you've said all night long, who's going to be the last one to put in that effective push?
And I gotta say, I'm honestly surprised they kept the ball toward that big door side of the base. Tylenol had an opportunity to go for the play ball. He ended up just leaving the ball there on its own. Saw his teammates weren't going for the camo. He's like, you know what? All 4 of eUnited have pushed this nest side of the map. I'm gonna rotate back. Now he's got heatwave camo. It's going to spell disaster for eUnited here shortly.
Was that a frenzy I saw? Or a spree?
It was
even?
indeed. He was holding the ball, pulled the ball away from everyone. Even though he had the ball, he dropped it, left it, ran across the map to get this camo, and then doubled back. And now he's trying to hold Ramy's life in his hands, saying, "I won't let you die, buddy." And they've closed out the game entirely off that camo grab.
I mean, Tylenol going absolutely huge towards the end of that game. A killing frenzy or spree, I can't remember I caught, but doing everything right, objectively playing perfectly, rotating it beautifully, getting the kills, getting the camo, getting the heatwave, getting the sniper, and putting SSG on his spaceman shoulders. And that is it. That is SSG coming into this tournament saying, we've got a new roster, we've got a new team. Collect, Ramy, they've come in here and we've taken down eUnited. What a great statement from SSG, and what a way to close it out. Some beautiful stat lines across the board. Tylenol going 45, 29 and 14, but Ramy, the newcomer, 21 assists, Audley.
Indeed, Ramy doing a great job just constantly putting in damage. And like I said during that game, I was consistently impressed by his ball rotation, except for that one toward the end where I did call him out. He just gave Rain the ball straight in his hands. But overall, just good ball movement from SSG to constantly play keep away when they had the opportunity. And even though I didn't like that Tylenol didn't play the ball on that last push from eUnited, made a great play to just take the open side of the map, grab that camo, and turn it into a victory for his team, along with a killing frenzy for himself. So just great turnaround on that play for SSG and Tylenol in particular.
Really great performance. What matchups we've had, Audley. But that is going to be it from myself and Audley on the casting desk. You are going to have Seymour and Magic join you guys next up. Some beautiful human beings. They are absolutely gorgeous, and I can't wait to hear their voices casting here for some more Halo action. Audley, it's our first time casting together, but it's been an absolute pleasure.
Absolutely, man. Looking forward to casting with you again, maybe later today, maybe next tournament, maybe sometime further in the future. Who knows? I hope to be back on here. I have a lot of fun being in these broadcasts. But giving it over to Magic and Seymour.
Indeed, we'll be handing over to them. So, guys, we'll see you back here on LVT for some more Halo very, very soon, where you'll be met by Seymour and Magic. See you guys soon.